It's Tuesday and time for our live chat with Sarah. That's me. Coming to you from my yarn room. Sara Sach from Posh Pooch Designs. And I wanted to begin today's video with just saying thank you. I was thinking about some of my other videos, and I just wanted to thank everyone who pops in and says hello, even if you can't stay long. Good morning, Stacy. Anyway, I wanted to thank everyone who pops in, even if you can't stay long, or maybe you miss a little bit of it, or you watch it later, you watch it on Facebook, or you watch it on YouTube. I just wanted to thank you. You know, there's too much negativity out there today, and so I just want this place, this time, this 15 or 20 minutes, to be a happy, refreshing time where we just talk about happy things. Well, you know, yarn's pretty happy. And crochet and knit. I wanted to begin first with, today our video is going to be about pom-poms, so hang on for that. Good morning, Petra. I just shook a pom-pom and all the yarn thingies went flying everywhere. So anyway, I wanted also to tell you about what happened on Saturday. I had the neatest thing. I found out that Marley Bird, a famous crochet and knit designer, she is the national spokesperson. Shake those pom-poms. Anyway, Marley Bird is the national spokesperson for Red Heart Yarn. Well, I found out that she was going to be at my local Michael's. And so I talked my husband in to taking me over there. I get lost really bad around our mall here. And I said, please take me over there. So anyway, he took me over there. She is the nicest person. You know, online, she's very sweet and kind, and she's so talented. And in person, she's just as sweet and kind. She stood there and talked to me about yarns and things. And I did discover the brand new yarn. Let me tell you about this. It's called Soft Essentials from Red Heart. It is a number 5 chunky. And I'm going to have a pattern coming out in this. I got a purple and a gray. I thought they looked really good together. It's a nice big size skein. Let me see. I can't see the ounces on there. They probably got them written too small. Oh, here it is, 5 ounces. So each one of these is 5 ounces. It's a chunky number 5. It's really soft. Look at that sheen on there. Isn't that pretty? And this is a brand new yarn. It's exclusively only at Michael's, and that's why Marley Bird was at Michael's. She was there to tell everybody about our brand new Red Heart's brand new yarn. And I actually have 2 patterns that I have planned for that yarn that'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks. So I bet you're wondering why I'm wearing a cupcake hat. Anyway, so Michelle, if it's frozen, it must have something to do with your internet, because it seems to be working great on this end. Just try to reset or something. So anyway, are you wondering why I'm wearing my cupcake hat? My birthday's coming up. My birthday is February 12th, and I always like to celebrate a little bit early because, you know, Valentine's Day is the 14th. And so I thought I'd wear my cupcake hat, and you can be looking, this is a free pattern on my blog, and you can be looking for it. Hi, Brandy. Did everybody have their coffee? We forgot to clink in. Check out my new cup. I woof you. I thought this was adorable, so I just had to buy it. It had a little puppy in it. I gave it to my granddaughter to play with. I think it's downstairs in the toy box. Anyway, I'm wearing my cupcake hat because my birthday's coming, and this is a free pattern on my blog, but I am going to do a video probably next week or so. I have another one that I did that's my birthday crown, and it's because my husband and I were sitting at Burger King eating chicken. Isn't that funny? I was at Burger King eating chicken. Anyway, so he put the crown on me at Burger King, and if you don't have sound, you need to check the sound on your device. That's the other thing. Check the sound. Sometimes when they start, they ask you, do you want to turn the sound on? It just depends on what you're watching on. If you're watching on a phone or an iPad or your regular computer. So everybody's clinked in. Clink, 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 clink. Hi, Karen. Glad to see you. Hi, Elizabeth. Glad to see you. So anyway, my birthday's coming, and this is a free pattern on my blog, and I'm going to do a video of this one and also the birthday crown that I did. So yeah, like I said, if you're struggling with freezing or sound, that has to do with your device. Check your device's volume that you're using, and check your device's internet. I did a lot of research because I had some struggles when I was first starting trying to figure this out, and there were some kinks in it at the beginning, but they pretty much got them worked out. Well, you know, it changes all the time. But anyway, so that's what I did this weekend. That's our brand new yarn. I'm looking forward to using it. And I want to tell you today about pom-poms. Okay, the question that I received this week, actually it was like a couple weeks ago. I write them down, and then I was trying to do a bunch of questions at once. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask them. What yarn is the Cupcake Hat? This Cupcake Hat is, it's called Confetti, and I believe it is, this here is just regular worsted weight double strand. And then the top part is, it's called Confetti, and I want to say, yeah, Michelle, it must be your device. Check your internet. Anyway, I want to say it's, oh, I got it at Joann's. Deborah Norville, I believe. It might be Deborah Norville. But it's called Confetti. You could probably look up Confetti yarn. It's a white yarn. It has all these little flecks in it. But be looking for that on the YouTube, because when I do the videos, no, it's not Red Heart. There is a Pipsqueak by Red Heart that's similar. That'd be perfect for this. But and you don't have to use this particular type, but I'll explain all that when I do the video. All right, let's get back to our question of the week. Like I said, if you have questions, just let me know, and then I'll get back to them. Okay, so pom-poms. The question was, is it a pom-pom or is it a pom-pon? And so I did a little investigating, and I ended up at WikiLeaks. I mean, not WikiLeaks. I ended up on, I can't think of it now. I got that name in my head. And the encyclopedia one. Oh, man, I can't believe I said that. That is ridiculous. Anyway, now I'm going to get the giggles. Anyway, I investigated it, and I have discovered that pom-pom and Wikipedia, thank you! I cannot believe I said WikiLeaks. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, Wikipedia, thank you, Stacy. You know, you hear it all the time. It gets in your brain. Anyway, I looked it up, and they, according to them, Wikipedia, after I did a lot of investigating, and some people say, you know, it's pom-pon. You have to say pom-pon or it's not right. And then some people, no, it's pom-pom. And pom-pon refers to what the cheerleaders use, and pom-pom is what's on the top of your hat. Well, after doing the investigating and the studying, they're really, really interchangeable. It used to only be called pom-pon, but as we got farther in life, or years, you know, down the years, they changed it, and you can use the word pom-pom, and you can put it with the words together or apart, as far as pom and then pom. And so they're interchangeable, and it really just refers to a ball of fiber of some kind that's put together. That's all it really refers to. And so I made a video yesterday of the 3 ways that I do pom-poms. I make these great big ones like this by using a wooden hoop. And I hook the yarn in. I'm not going to do the whole thing because that's all in the video, but I just hook the yarn in. And then I wind the yarn around the hoop. And you wind it until it's as thick as you want it. You push it to the center, and then you tie it in the center and cut it off. And I show you how to do this on that video, and it makes a great big, nice pom-pom. And you can make pom-poms out of with your wooden hoops, even down to the small ones to the big ones. They make, if you've got some laying around, they really work really good because it keeps the yarn in the center, and you've got plenty of room to bring that string around and tie it. And I always tell people, tie it 3 times because you don't want it to come undone. Pom-pom is Spanish. That's good to know. I am terrible with languages, so that's good to know. I learned a new Spanish word today. My brain, I had 2 years of Spanish in high school, and I can't speak it. I can look at it and probably read it and figure it out. When we lived in Germany, I tried so hard to learn German, and I could learn some things. I could order some food or go to the bakery or whatever, but my brain is horrible with foreign languages. So anyway, that's one way. Another way I discovered was with toilet paper rolls. And it's the silliest thing, but it works great. And it makes a nice medium size, like this size pom-pom. And all you do is you just wrap the yarn through to hold it. And I put my thumb kind of, because you want to have space, and you just wrap the yarn around, and then you tie it through the middle, and you ease off those toilet paper rolls, and then you can cut it. It makes a really even, nice pom-pom. This is also demonstrated in that video that I did yesterday. I'll link that video up to this live video. Good morning, Christine. Did I miss anybody else? Good morning, Karen. Brandy said she's used the rolls before. It works really good. I like using them because they're pretty sturdy, and they didn't cost you anything. You just save them after you're done, you know, with your toilet paper roll. And they work great, and it makes a nice even, and it's not bulky and hard to hold, you know. And then you just put the string through, and again, 3 knots. And this is one before I cut it, and I just eased them off gently, and then you can cut it, and you get a nice pom-pom. Now remember, the thickness of the pom-pom depends on you. Like this one here is not real thick. This is the one I did on the hoop. And I love floppy pom-poms. And it's up to you how perfect you want your pom-pom to be. You can trim it till it's perfect. And you can add as much yarn as you want for as fat as a pom-pom as you want. Now I was working on this great big one because the pattern that I'm going to make with this new yarn is going to have a big floppy pom-pom on top. Just to FYI. And that's where I got the idea from wanting to remember how I did all my pom-poms. This one is also done on the hoop. And it's with the worsted weight, and I did a whole bunch of them, and I cut it tighter. Now you can see it needs a little more trim work. You know, kind of like all of us. All right, now the last way that I do pom-poms, because I do a lot of dog sweaters and dog hats, and I need tiny pom-poms, and they're usually like this. I've got a couple here. And one of the things I like to do is I like to take my leftover little bits of yarn, and I like to single crochet them really, really tight in a square. And then I set them aside. And I do a lot of them in white and black because they're ones that are, you know, I'm going to use a lot. And then I undo them and make them into pom-pom. And that's how you get the curls in there, if you want a curly, bumpy pom-pom. And the way I do these, and here's one I did that's just straight, and I'll show you how I do it. And this is also in the video. Roughly, you're using your hand. And this is the way I look at it. Teeny tiny, medium, regular. You know, depending on how many times you want to wrap it around your hand and which fingers that you want to use. For the teeny tiny pom-pom, you know, I'll do like this. But you're just going to wrap it around your hand until it's as long as you want. And you need to have a piece of string cut. And make sure that your fingers aren't so tight because you need to be able to get the yarn through your fingers. Let me show you again. Let's say I'm going to use all 4 of my fingers. I take this piece of yarn, I hold it with my thumb, and I just start wrapping. Okay. And say that's the amount that I wanted. Then I would cut my string. And then I have this string. And you're going to want to put your string through between your fingers. So you want to make sure you got enough room. And then you'll pull it through on this side, take it off your fingers, and trim it like you would all your other pom-poms. And again, this style of pom-pom is also demonstrated in that video I did yesterday. And like I said, I will put that on this live video. My favorite, of course, is this big O floppy. And I don't, this one is tighter, you know, it's a tighter amount in here. And I like them. They make great pom-poms. But I really love these big floppy ones. I should have done one like that on this hat, huh? But pom-poms are fun, and I think they're happy things. And they make great decorations for Christmas and any holiday. they add a little spunk to a sweater or a scarf or a hat. I mean, when you take little tiny ones and you can put them, you know, on the side, or you know, or here's a medium size one, you know, they just add so much spunk and fun, I think. Anyway, my first remembrances of seeing clowns, it seemed like they always had pom-poms around their neck. Of course, that was back when clowns were happy clowns. These clowns today are kind of scary. So that's my talk about pom-poms. And if you have any more questions, I mean, there are tons of ways to do pom-poms out there. Tons and tons. And you can buy a pom-pom maker if you want. But I'll have to be honest with you, I have a pom-pom maker. My dogs love pom-poms to play and destroy. Yes, they do. Dogs like them. And it's not a good idea to give a dog a pom-pom, especially if they're tiny. The dog, I mean, because that piece of thread can get caught in their intestines. So if you have a tiny dog, it's better not to put pom-poms that they can tear off. If you're going to put them on there like bandanas or collars or clothes, make sure they're sewed on really, really tight with lots of knots, because you don't want your dogs to get pom-poms in their intestines or the yarn in their intestines. It can be really bad. So anyway, like I was saying before, there are tons of ways to do pom-poms. And I have several pom-pom makers, several different styles. And I just don't use them because to me they're too complicated. I don't want to have to wind it through those things and all that stuff. Oh my goodness, it's so much easier just to grab something I've got right here. And I really love the idea of the wooden hoops. Years ago, I used to cross stitch all the time. And so I've got ones like this big all the way up, and you can use them all the sizes to make pom-poms. The wooden ones work best. The plastic ones if you have the plastic ones, they tend to kind of slide the yarn down, and you got to kind of hold it. And so I don't like that. And the truth is, I don't even know if they still make wooden ones because I haven't bought them in years and years. And the ones that I have were given to me by my mother-in-law, I believe. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I got them, and I've had them. You know, because I used to do a lot of cross stitch and needlework, and I can't do the tiny needlework anymore because of my hands. But anyway, that's our happy talk about pom-poms. Make a bunch, add them to everything, okay? I did post in my group, hello Marie, I did post, yeah, see, that's a nice size. You know, she said she used her cigarette pack or cardboard. It's a great idea. If you've got leftover cardboard, just cut a square and use that. Yeah, you can use anything that you want. I don't even measure. I know a lot of people are, you know, this needs to be this length, or, you know, this. I don't. I make it and then I trim it, and if it works, it does, you know. But that's the artist in me, where other people are more technical. I'm a little more artsy-fartsy. All right, so that's our talk on pom-poms. Make a bunch, be happy. So what's going on this week? Well, yesterday I had the best time. I did a little video on how to make, there's fuzz flying in here, how to make button molds. And I wanted to show you the one that we did. The button mold is a flower that I made from this button. See if I can get it back in there. Oh, that's backwards. There we go. And the button mold is made from polymer clay. And these are really neat things to make. They're really easy. And if you have some buttons that you really like, and you want to make some more, you take this button mold and you can make some more. Let me show you. Here's just your basic button mold that I made off a button like this. Okay, and then I keep dropping my buttons, and then I made these two buttons from the button mold, and it's all done with polymer clay. And it's really neat because I don't know about you all, buttons are expensive, and if you've got some polymer clay that you're not using, like this is just a beige I had on hand, and you can see it's not even, you know, the side's not perfect, it's not, you know, but the button mold is so cool. And you use a little cornstarch so it doesn't stick. You use your button, and you make the mold, and then you bake the mold. And then the next day, now you have to let them set for 24 hours before you can use them. And then the next day you just make your buttons. This is the purple one that I made in the video. I haven't glazed it yet or anything, and I always try to clean them up a little bit on the sides, and you can do that with an emery board. Just clean them up and make sure they're pretty and make sure the holes are good, and then just glaze them the way that I do. But that's a video yesterday, and in the video I show you how to make the button mold and then how to make a button from the button mold. So it's just a neat thing to do, because you may have some buttons or even some jewelry that you would like to make a button out of, and you can make a mold and make all the buttons that you want, you know. And polymer clay, the little thing of polymer clay is like $250, you know, hardly anything. So yeah, Stacy said her mom sent her some. It's really easy, and I know there are some really intricate things that you can do. And as I'm working more and more with the polymer clay, because we did how to cover your crochet handles, and then we did how to make great big buttons, and then yesterday we did how to make the button molds. Next week, because I'm trying to do a polymer clay video on Mondays, next week I'm going to show you how to make these fun, let me grab this. This is a dog tag, and this is a dog tag also. And I'm going to show you how to make some fun little dog tags, and they'll be like this, but there's going to be some different ones too. I'm still working on the style that I want to do exactly, because I have some letter presses, some number presses, and then you can also use a Sharpie. And so I'm going to show you a couple ways to make some fun dog tags. Now, these will not be the official dog tag. You still need to get a dog tag so that your puppy doesn't get lost that has your phone number on it. This is just a fun one that you can add. They can wear it for fun, and you can add it to clothing or a bag, or say, like, I take a backpack when we go up in the mountains that's just for my dogs for their stuff, and I can hook one of those on there. I mean, just for fun. So, and they're also great for people if you want to hook it on your child's backpack, or you can make a necklace or a bracelet or a set of earrings. Just a super easy way to do this, because my goal in my polymer clay videos is to do fun, easy things, you know, because it's just fun. You know, I'm finding that it's just a lot of fun, and it's another medium to do some art that can correspond with my yarn, you know, my love of yarn, and because you can make shawls and scarves and all kinds of things, and add, you know, great big fun buttons, you know, and so maybe I should put this big purple one right here, huh? It needs to be glazed first one. So anyway, I'm doing a lot of things, and I'm also in the video showing you that you don't have to have the exact tools that they show you that you need, like on the aisle where you buy the clay. And I'm showing you some other tools that you can use that you might have on hand, so that you can do it also. And then maybe if you see that you like it, then spend the money and go get some of the other tools. That's kind of my goal in doing the polymer clay ones. It's just fun, because you know I like fun, and we need to have a good time and have fun and laugh. And I only have one more thing to show you. Are you all still working on your temperature scarves? And this is mine for the month of January. And you can see we had some really cold days, because this lavender is my cold. And then the beige is I think it's like 55 to 60. And so we had a couple of warm days. And so it's a lot of fun. And I love the idea of doing the scarf opposed to the blanket. My friend Tracy made the blanket, and hers is absolutely gorgeous. And it's 9 feet long. And she's got a picture of her and her family sitting under it on the couch. It's an adorable picture. But I just don't want to commit to doing one quite that big. So I thought the scarf pattern would be a lot of fun. If you want the scarf pattern that's on my YouTube and on my blog, you can just put in, let's see, what did I call it? It's, temperature scarf. I did call it that. It's temperature scarf. And the pattern is just a single crochet, chain one. And then on each row, you're putting your single crochets in your single crochets. And this way, it's a nice tight crochet. Last year, I began a blanket, and I was using these great big stitches. And the month of January, I mean, it was like huge. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is just going to be way too big. And so I sort of gave up on it. I actually tied it off, and now it's a nice blanket in my car for my dogs. It's really pretty. Good, Petra. She says she's doing the temperature scarf too. And it's not too late to start. You know, you can always go back and get all the temperatures because they have them online. You know, I keep a tablet and I just kind of write it down that way. And then I sit down and I do a couple of rows at a time. And sometimes I just do one row at a time, you know. So anyway, that's our video for today. I hope you'll go and look at that video on how to make some big fluffy pom-poms and some tiny pom-poms too. Pom-poms are fun. Well, I want to thank you all for being with me today. Like I said, whether you're on Facebook or you watch it later on Facebook or whether you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Just a few moments of fun and happiness and kindness and just to laugh and giggle. And I hope you did laugh a little. Laugh at me because I say the wrong words, which is the neat thing about doing a live video because it's all real. This is me. This is my room. This is, you know, you're not getting a orchestrated, I'm not an actress. I would not be good at it. I'll have to tell you that. As many times as I have to retake in my videos for YouTube, you'd know I'm not a good actress. So everybody have a wonderful, happy Tuesday and be looking for these new projects through the next couple of weeks. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.